There has to be a group that will do something in the West, and the zoo is gone.
Yes.
And then we'll go to our borders and defend it. And if the Middle Belt want to be part of what we are doing, they should also raise their men as well to come out and do it. If Fulani slaps you on one cheek, you turn the other side, he will cut off your head. He will not even slap you, he will behead you. That's something that these people must understand.
Old mentality. We don't have that mentality anymore. Bible teaches us turn New Testament.
You cannot turn the other cheek. The problem we are having right now, is that my Oduduwa brethren, they are very, very slow. They are too slow. You don't wait for everybody to come at the same time. Those who are more radical, those who are more militant, you go into the bush immediately and begin to harass these people. That's how the whole thing comes to an end. You will see that Fulani will capitulate overnight. If you keep listening, 2023 is our turn, insecurity. Fulani will kill all of you before you know it, because many more fighters are coming in from the Sahel. Thank you very much for that. I have another caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are.
Yes, good morning, Mazi. Biafra land again. I greet you, Biafrans all over the world. My name is Onyedikachi Ejasi. I am from Ifite, Orumba province, Biafra land. And I lived in Germany for 7 years, 8 months now in Switzerland. And they're suffering everywhere in the world. Mazi, let me not take your time. Mazi, it is time for we to block our exit. All our exit for these people to come into Biafra, and we'll block all this our exit. It is time for full-blown war. Let us do this. The more time we are wasting, more time these people are planning and bringing new strategies. Man, we have men are ready to burn this wood. If completely remote, we can't have these people sucking our oil and use the same our money for us in our land. Because may God bless you,
and bless you too. Thank you very much. We are going to do all we can to stop it. You know that Obama's advisor is the lead consultant for Fulani Caliphate in Washington, D.C. His name is David Axelrod. He used to work for Obama. In other words, Obama is in support of the Fulani mayhem and carnage going on in the zoo because he is an Islamic extremist. Obama is an Islamic extremist. If not, he would not have allowed David Axelrod, his trusted close advisor, to be taking money that belongs to the people of the zoo to be lobbying for the Fulani Caliphate in Washington, D.C. People must understand this very, very carefully. Thank you very much, my dear brother, for your call. I have another caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me? Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello. My name is Ebon. I am Yoruba.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay.
And where are you calling from? You are Yoruba, but where are you calling from?
You have from Europe.
From Europe, go ahead, please.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Where are you calling from? Where you are calling from. Where are you phoning us from? You're in Europe, is that correct?
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
But I'm Yoruba.
You're Yoruba, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. I have been trying to reach you. I listened to your last, which was 2 days ago, I think it was. I listened to your last lecture online.
Yes.
And you were able, or a couple of days ago, you were able to trace the origin of the Igbos.
Yes.
And I actually expected you to be able to trace the origin of the Fulanis. The Fulanis are from the Middle East. They are the children of Edom. They've been supported by Saudi Arabia. It's not because they have money they are giving them.
Yes.
I was enlightened by this by an Ethiopian woman. You know the Ethiopians.
Yes.
I always look at them that they are proud. They don't want to be called Africans. And in my foolishness, I was like saying maybe they have Arab roots. And she corrected me. She was the one that put it in my mind to start with my research.
Yes.
She told me that it was an insult to her for me to say she has Arab roots. Arabs are the children of Edomites, not all of them. It was the Edomites that brought together, even if you read Psalm chapter 60 and Psalm chapter 83, it is there. The enemies of the Jews, the enemies of the Israelites. You look at Islam, go and look at the origin of Islam. You will know that it was the Edomites that combined all the gods, all the moon gods of the Middle East, about 350 of them, and gave it one name. If you go online, Sam Shamoun, he did a thorough explanation referring to Muslim books. Sam Shamoun, Islam is Baal worship. So the Fulanis are not Africans. They are not originally from Futagalo. They are from the Middle East. They are the children of Edom. Now, I went on archive.org. I looked into the books there, and unfortunately, many of the books I should have downloaded, online books, you don't find them anymore, because anywhere they are, any torturing people in their country, they cover up. They don't want the thing to go out. The thing they are doing with us now with our constitution, that nobody else is allowed to own gun, only the federal government. Now they are distributing to terrorists. I don't believe we have a government. I believe we are being ruled from Saudi Arabia. They are bringing in terrorists, and Saudi Arabia is the one that wants to Islamize us. Saudi Arabia is always behind terrorism. Not only Saudi Arabia, anyways. You have other places too. So if you would be able to tell the people about the Fulanis, they are not Africans. They are from the Middle East. They are the children of Edom. There is a book still online. I hope they won't take it off now that if I mention it. Who is Edom? Who is Esau? Edom, written by Andrew Weissman. You will know who they are. Their mission in life is to eradicate Christianity and to destroy the Jews. That is their mission in life, because they are still whining about the firstborn right. They want to eradicate the Jews and destroy Christianity and bring in one world religion, which is going to be Luciferianism. Islam is Luciferianism. This is what their mission is. They want to take off Jesus and replace him by Muhammad, take off the Bible and replace it by the Kanzaragba, which they now call Quran. It is Kanzaragba, book of incantations. You will still find some incantations in the book. Okay? And they want to replace Yahweh with Allah. Allah is the moon idol. Go look at it. Sam Shamoun. Islam is Baal worship. Thank you very much, my brother.
And thank you for enlightenment. As you were talking, I was listening to you because I have the capacity and capability to multitask. As you were speaking very eloquently and eruditely, I was also busy trying to research some of the things that you were saying, and I can confirm categorically that some of the assertions you have brought up this very morning can be corroborated, of course, with scholarly works done by people that I have been able to look at. They have two origins, as with most people. They settled in Senegal. They are not indigenous to Africa. You are absolutely correct, 100% correct. These are the dread, the lowest of the low, the children of Lucifer that came from somewhere around the Levant. I don't call it the Middle East, I call it the Levant region because that is the proper name. They came from there. I don't know what they were running from or what was pursuing them, but they find solace at the foothills of the Futajalon where the vultures were gathered. And today they are behaving like vultures. And we must get rid of them. Thank you very much for calling us this very morning. I thank you for your call. I have another caller on the line. This caller, I don't know where you're calling us from, but give us your name and where you are, please, if you may. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Omelihun Nabi. My name is Omelihun Nabi. I'm calling from Iguacha.
From Iguacha, the land of the little Hitler that thinks that he has arrived.
Yes.
One choncho. Okay.
Joking.
We shall see.
Sir, in fact, I am so happy. After the zoo, when they kidnapped you, this is the first time I was talking to you after the zoo kidnapped you from Nigeria, from the zoo Republic of Nigeria.
Yes.
So we are happy, we are delighted. In fact, my family, we have been following you. Sir, God will bless you.
Yes, sir.
I'm not afraid of any person, be it man. Or woman. In fact, in this land today, Nigeria themselves, the zoo knew that you have really opened their eye. What you promised them that Somalia will be better than Nigeria today is in the history. We can tell anyone that Somalia is not better than Nigeria. All the zoo knew how to do is to kidnap. But kidnapping our students, I am from Abia State. Kidnapping our students cannot help the matter. Nigeria has been totally destroyed. So we are behind you. We are behind you. No enemy, no force will hinder what the Lord has destined for us. Biafra must come. My father told me something in the past. Before my father died, he told me categorically that even if he is not aligned, that we should not allow Biafra to die. He told me before he died. And then somebody now telling me that it is not achievable. Why won't we in this our generation achieve Biafra? We must surely achieve it. Sir, any day you want to declare Biafra, I personally will stand behind you. Come what may. Just that there are some things I don't want to discuss. I'm a media director. I have my page running. Sir, we are behind you.
Thank you.
Are behind you, and there is no going back.
At all.
We must achieve our. This is what God. Biafra is older than Nigeria. We must achieve.
Older than Britain. Biafra is older than Britain itself. It's a land of the ocean.
In fact, they are tired. They are tired. They can do nothing. They cannot hinder our country. Our country has been a disease, so we must have it. It's our land. Fulani, for this gender, they cannot come and take our land. It's not possible. I cannot allow. In fact, the last time, if not for security, the last time I went home, these people came to my village. In fact, I sent some of the picture on WhatsApp the other time. Jordan, you did not follow it up. They came to our village. We know what we did to them. I may not disclose it on air, but we treated them well. We caught them in the middle of the night, around 11, 12 in the midnight. Our youth, I asked them to come out. Boys came out with their arms. And then we entered into the forest and fished them for all this Eastern Security Network. Around the end of last year, we did all those things. They cannot come to my village. I'm from Bose. They cannot come and go free. We don't tolerate nonsense. We don't. So we caught them, we treated them well. And then if others can hear what we did to them, those people cannot come. I assure you. So, sir, we are with you.
Thank you.
No shaking.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for that. I have another caller on the line. I don't know if this caller can hear me, please. Your name and where you are.
It's me. My name is Uwa Sophia Mazi. Thank you for answering my call. God bless you, Mazi. Long life. And we are with you, Mazi. 100%. Sir, let me not take your time because I always call. You know, I know people, they don't call. They just keep quiet. Fulani is near, it's very close to Auchi, sir. From Niger to Auchi, I don't know, it's 300 naira. Somebody called me day before yesterday. 300 naira from Niger to Auchi, 300 naira. They did the Islamists before. This time, we just colonize them, other 2 hours, all of them. Sir, please, why I call you today is that we want you to tell us. We want you to declare Biafra, sir, on air, please, because we don't want to die for that useless flag again. We don't want our people to die for that useless flag. If we are going to start the revolution now, we will raise up our, even if we don't raise up the flag first, because we killed the useless Hitler. He said if they raise up Biafra flag, there's somebody to come and tell the DSS, so that they will pay them 30,000, they will kill the person. So we will not raise the flag, sir. Sir, just play Biafra, please, so that we will close our border, all our border, so that we will know what we are fighting for. You understand? So that our people will not go and raise that useless Nigeria flag, that blood-sucking flag. We don't want it, sir. Please, that is my own contribution. We don't want you to just tell us. We are all of us, we are Biafra, we know everything. But we want to start. But we don't want to start for one Nigeria anymore. Because you see what happened in Lekki? They keep there when they are raising the Nigeria flag. It's a useless flag. Sir, please, that is my own contribution. Please, I'm not, sir, you are my leader. So this is my own opinion. Because this governor, they will kill all of us. So they will just kill all of us. Because they are there. They are saying they are Hitler. They are the governor. So as our brother said, we can kill them. It's very easy. We will kill them. You see, when answers, in the answers, all of them were confused. Because everybody were in the street. Even our own women, our men, they were in the street. All of them were confused. They were running around, sir. Please, we don't want to die for Nigeria flag because the zoo flag is useless. It's a killer flag, sir. Our women, they are suffering. In Libya, they are telling them. Let us fight and know what we fight for, sir. Please, that's my own contribution. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I have heard what you've said. And we shall, of course, take it on board. Thank you very, very much for that. I have another caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good morning to you. I am trying to get you on speakerphone if they will let me. If they will let me. Yes, please. Go ahead, your name and where you're calling from.
I am calling from Imo State, Imo State, the Zoo Republic.
Hold on. Imo State is in Biafra land. Please go ahead. What is happening in Olu?
Yeah.
Tell us what is happening in Olu today.
Yeah, Olu since yesterday around 5:40 p.m. in evening. We have a very big challenge. It started in the morning. The zoo soldiers are patrolling from morning. with their armored tankers, disturbing people's business, shooting guns everywhere without any notice.
This is Nigerian army in Olu, shooting at people, patrolling. No, all the Fulefus will not hear or see it. All the Fulefus all over the world, they will not hear it. I want the British High Commissioner to understand it. I want the US Ambassador to understand this. What they're doing in Olu. Please go ahead.
They are shooting guns right from the building materials in Olu, then drop one tanker there, one armored tanker there in Banana Junction, then drop.
What is happening to your line? Oh dear me.
They are shooting at people.
Go ahead. Oh no. Oh no. Please try and come back. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I have a caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? There is this caller on signal. I don't know why I'm not saying anything from the UK, ending 2808. Can you hear me? No. They cannot hear me. They call very, very, it's just too much. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Your name, please turn down your system. If I hear my voice again, then I will cut you off. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Nnamdi Anachun. I'm calling from India.
From India, please go ahead.
Yeah, there was a day you were making a broadcast concerning about the Muslim people, but most people don't know about the Muslim people and the things they have already invented in this life.
Sorry?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, what do you say?
I said there was a day you were making a broadcast concerning about the Islam, their invention about the algebra and the ice cream.
Yes, of course, Islam, yes.
Yes. I just want to also let some people to know that the invention of helicopter was the diagram was first of all found in Egypt.
I agree with you.
Yeah. And secondly, I just want to thank you so much for your good works and every other thing you have in our life to make sure that by restored food as a supreme nation. And also want to thank you so much for the life that God has already given to you, and you keep on giving you more life and more strength in whatever you are doing to make sure that the nation is being restored.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. And something came up very seriously that I need to attend to, and unfortunately we are not able to continue with this broadcast this morning. Something came up that I must attend to very, very urgently. It is a very urgent situation and we must attend to it right now, immediately. Please, you must bear with me. Something came up, we're attending to it. It is a very, very critical situation that requires our attention, and we must respond to it immediately. I thank all of you that called, those of you that listened from wherever you are in the world, of course. Who knows, perhaps in the next, today is Friday, I suppose on Monday morning or evening, we'll be back again with our interactive session. I will let you know. I think precisely, I will broadcast again on Sunday evening. And maybe we can have another interactive session on Monday. But from me, from here, at this precise hour, it is good morning. Good morning, wonderful people, great Biafrans. Regardless of where you are around the world, we are welcoming you to another exciting edition of our question and answer on this very of the 30th of April in the year of our Most High Elohim 2021. The time now is 3 minutes past 7 a.m. in the land of Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And of course, heaven itself is bearing us witness. You are going to bear with us this morning because the enemies, as always, they are attacking what we are doing. We are not live on. And we are trying to rectify and fix this right this very minute. You must try to bear with us. I don't know how these criminals managed to get into our system this morning and is trying to make life difficult. We are on my Facebook page, please. For those who are listening via Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Official, you know that later on they may wish to interrupt this very broadcast. Please be prepared for that. If they do, you switch over to Instagram. Instagram is the only place that I know that we are safe this very morning. Everything is going to work. Please do not panic. You can go to Instagram, please. If you experience any difficulties, tell people who are having issues with connecting to please go to Instagram for the time being, please. As we work to try to rectify this. Everything was Twitter has no sound. It is coming. Everything is going to be restarted. That is how they operate in the zoo, because they know that we are about to bury them alive this very morning. So they contracted the usual people that they contract to try to attack our system. It's very, very vicious and sustained attack. But we are going to overcome them, I assure you. Do not worry, we are going to overcome. Ask people to move to Instagram, please. And at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Official on Facebook, my authentic Facebook page, which I am sure they may seek to interfere with later on. Do not panic. Everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be absolutely fine. I beg of you not to panic. We are going to fix it. We are going to fix it. In a short while, everything will be up and running once again. Please, I welcome each and every one of you. And as we are waiting for those of them on Twitter to join us, those on YouTube to join us as well, please do not panic. I assure you that we are going to run this program this morning. And as always, the zoo is going to crumble as a result of it. They are panicking. And rightfully so. And rightfully so. And we can assure them categorically that we are not going anywhere. We are going to preach this very gospel that only Him has mandated us to preach. And there is absolutely nothing anybody can do about it. You must try to bear with us. I want to make sure that our apps are up and running. That is what I'm trying to fix. I have turned into an engineer this very morning, and I'm trying to fix it. It has come back. I believe that our apps are now working. We are now going to make sure that we fix the Twitter and all other handles, even the one that will stream on my private page on Facebook as well. That also is going to work. Please do not panic. Do not panic at all, at all, at all. Because these people, they think they can frustrate us. Everything, I checked the system this morning, everything was fine. But all of a sudden, I don't know, these people, unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. The Zoological Republic and those working for them, we are going to shock them this very morning. We are going to shock them this morning. And believe you me, they are in one almighty trouble. We are trying to reconnect our Twitter and all the rest of them. That is what we are trying to do, and we are going to do it. We are going to do it. Please do not panic. I beg of you not to panic. We are going live also on Twitter. We are going live now on Twitter and also on, I believe that we are live now once again on Twitter. We are adding the stream. I believe that all our systems are go. I believe we are live on multiple platforms. The whole world is listening, and we are going to decimate and destroy the damnable Zoological Republic. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. Because I am saying, I am greeting you for those of you and for daring to attribute people's struggle for survival. For you to attribute our agitation and self-determination to illiteracy and misinformation goes to show that you are the one who is an illiterate and you are the one who is misinformed. I'm talking about the stupid, idiotic Sultan of Sokoto. A smelly rat that can't even wash 2 times in a day. Not even 2 times in a day. All he does is to perfume himself morning and night. You people think you can bring your armies into our land to take over our land from us? Is that what you think? You can run to Yoruba all you like. It's the Yorubas that have time to listen to your garbage and to your nonsense. It's the Yoruba that can listen to such rubbish. And for the likes of Punch newspaper that carry this very news, I feel sorry for some of you. Some Yoruba media, they think they're very smart, they're intelligent, they think they are somehow very smart. We'll keep doing this and then Tinubu will get into power and we'll begin to enjoy. How mistaken all of you are. Because you are going to be consumed. They said more needs to be done. This is what, according to the stupid conference they had in Lagos, more needs to be done in teaching younger Nigerians about the nation's history. What is the nation's history? What history is that? Is Nigeria a nation? Do you claim we are suffering from illiteracy and misinformation? You as a sultan don't even know the meaning or definition of the word nation. You have no idea what a nation is all about. And I will educate you. Because you're a Janjaweed, you're not learned. Some of you illiterate traditional rulers, you think that somehow you are smart. You can outsmart everybody else. But you cannot. Because you people are the ones who are illiterate. All of you are illiterate in the zoo. Everybody, once you rise up and you say you're a Nigerian, I know that some of you is the exact reason why white people treat us with contempt and disdain every place. And I don't blame them. You know me, I don't believe in racism. A white man can be as racist as he likes towards us. I don't give a damn. Because we brought it upon ourselves. Our stupidity. Stevens, I'm telling you the truth. When you have idiots like the Sultan of Sokoto prancing all over the place, the idiot doesn't work. Not one single day does he go to, he does nothing. As a Sultan, he cannot stop even the terrorism and insurgency ravaging the north. But he's coming to the south to come and preach to you idiots in Lagos, and you're listening to that fool. You're listening to him. That idiot. Ask yourself, what has this fool done for us? Do we have electricity in the zoo? Even the employment that those that went before tried to establish, these idiots now in power, they ruined everything. No refinery is working, which means that no graduate of petroleum engineering will ever find a job in Nigeria as long as you allow these fools to continue to deceive you about your stupid one Nigeria. We are illiterates and they are the ones who are learned. Learned. It's only enough all this nonsense. What an elderly man saw sitting down. What have you done? If you collection of idiotic elders have done anything, at least by now there will be electricity, there will be no insurgency, there will be no terrorism. Fulani will not be running all over the place looking for who to savagely kill and slaughter. You people are failures. All of you are failures. Claiming your elder statesman, elder this, you are all failures. Do you know how pathetic some of you are? When you're sick, you travel abroad. You have contributed nothing to the advancement of the society you claim you are an elder over. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now I understand the reason why little white kids look at in Oyibo and in white man's countries, even in Asia. All this elderly rubbish doesn't exist. Now I understand why they are moving forward. Look at Africa, we are starting to elder this, elder that, elder that. We are all impoverished and very poor. In abroad, a child will look at you and say, hey, good morning. Namdi, if you watch outside, go to hell. They don't give a damn. They are going to work. They are going to the moon. They are going to Mars. They are making things happen. They are giving mobile phones that you want. All the latest gadgets you want and pay for, they are doing it. You are in Africa doing elder. Ask yourself, this man that wants or woman that wants respect, what has he or she ever done for me? What have you done for us? Those of you gathering in Lagos and claiming you are, those people agitating, they lack history. Let me ask the Sultan and all the idiots at that very conference. Let me ask a simple question. Who took away history from schools? Is it the youth that took it away? People who are agitating now for freedom? Were they the ones that took away history from schools? In your so-called nation, zoo, Nigeria. That is not a nation, of course. Do you see, I don't know how people reason. Ask those claiming their elders. What I saw sitting down, you cannot see standing up. What have you done for me? Name one thing you have done for me. You use your age to try to bully people. I am older than the Sultan of Sokoto. He's a little boy. It's because of that stupid bedsheet he ties on his head. You think he's old. He's a little boy. That idiot is a little boy. A little boy. Fulani will see madness they have never seen before. Fulani, by the time we are done in this very battle, I'm telling you the truth, the Hausa peasants will rise against you. You'll be returned to the Futajalon from whence you came. It is the Yoruba that is indulging you. Yoruba people are the ones indulging Fulani. Yoruba is the ones indulging you people. Without Yoruba, you cannot have the mouth to talk rubbish all the time. So that under my foot. You're a little boy with a shit on your head. You claim you're an elder. What stupid elder are you? I'm asking you. Are you a scholar of Islam? All of you idiots in the north. What do you know about Islam? Ask you. What do you know? Do you know it was Islam that brought algebra into mathematics? Do you know it was Islam that gave us even ice cream that you're licking today? Do you know that ice cream came from the Arabs? Are you aware of that? You know nothing, you idiots claiming you are scholars. You know nothing about Islam. Do you know about the medical advances that Islam brought to mankind? Do you know that Islam and the old sultanate, are you aware that they funded education? Are you aware that those people were at the cutting edge of science? I'm talking about Islam, yes, cutting edge of science. For those of you same sultan, you idiots who are the ones supporting Boko Haram, saying no to Western education, that going to school is not very good. I'm asking you, do you know that the mathematics you write today, algebra, do you know that algebra is an invention of Islamic education? You know, you don't even know all these things because you're foolish. You need to remove that bandage, that bedsheet you tie on your head so that oxygen, fresh air can hit your brain. You people are sick. And to all those people in Yoruba land, you keep allowing all this nonsense all the time. You think you can cheat the East. Let us align with them. You can cheat the East so that we can keep taking oil and gas for free. Your forests are gone. Your people are now refugees in Benin Republic. By the time they are done with you, a Lauren will be a child's play. You know, in life, sometimes you can take vindictiveness so far and not any further. What Yoruba journalists are doing, and some of them who are aligned to Tinubu's camp because of 2023, is that you are destroying the future of the Yoruba race. Because people have tried this same nonsense you're doing now. They have tried it before and they failed. You are trying the same old thing and Fulani will swallow you. Fulani, future generations will make reference to this broadcast. As the same way that said, when I warned you before, almost 7 years ago, that they will come to take your land, did you believe me? When I said that the Fulanis were preparing to take over our land, did any of you believe me? Some said I was a madman. The same way they're saying today that those who are fighting for the truth in Nigeria, that they're misinformed. You are telling us that history should come back to schools. And I'm asking the Sultan, was it not you people that took away history from schools? Because if you teach history in schools, I'm telling you, by the age of 15, everybody will become radicalized. They will despise you. When you have failed over the years, you're not hiding under your age. Whereas you are in your early 50s, you're a young boy. The Sultan is a young boy, deceiving all of you. And you're falling for it, idiots, everyone. This UG. No wonder a white man can kneel on your neck in America and kill you. No wonder they can come to Africa and bring virus to experiment on us. We are useless, beyond useless. I'm telling you the truth. Black people are useless. Useless. Listening to fools like that, and your life is a misery. Somebody is telling you you are a graduate in a country where there is no concerted effort to create employment for people, and you're telling me that you believe in such a country. Is that what you're telling me? Everywhere in the world, Every government is discussing, how do we grow the economy? Why do you think every blessed day when the economy contracts, people are complaining? Because they know they need jobs for their people. Once there is a recession or contraction of the economy, people begin to lament. You can see it on your television screens. Why do you think white people complain each time the economy appears to be shrinking? Because they know if we do not provide jobs for people, if people are hungry, if they have nowhere to sleep, we are going to have bandits. Simple and short. You think they give you social security because they love you? No, not at all. It's so you will not become a nuisance. All these things are lost on black people. Lost on black people. The type of God that made you people, I have no idea. Somebody responsible for taking away history from schools is going to Lagos and telling you we must bring back history. People are misinformed, whereas it was the idiot and his people that took away history from schools. And that is the type of country that you're telling me you're proud of. May God have mercy upon your souls. But you people are idiotic. Very, very idiotic. The Muslim leader said it has become imperative for stakeholders to rise up and devise policies that will bring to the barest minimum the issues of misinformation. Misinformation. The idiot. These are the same people that closed down 4 refineries. 4. Each refinery could have employed nothing less than 10,000 people. If you study economics as I did, you will know something called economies of scale. That is not just the refinery that will provide jobs for people. Even the selling monopoly along the road will also benefit from it. They came, shut down the refineries, no jobs for people. In Omoania, my hometown, ceramics is not working. I think somebody said that Dunlop factory, is it Michelin factory, somewhere around the Ikeja has been turned into a church. They close down a factory, they set up a church inside the factory to pray for jobs. And you're telling me that black people are okay in the brain. This is, I don't know more. A place where people used to go to work before, a jobs provider, they shut it down through the idiotic, backward, retrogressive, Janjaweed policies of the Fulani Caliphate. Now, these hungry, ravenous vultures called pastors and preachers of the word will now go and take it, convert it into a church. And you go to that place to pray for a job. Eh? These black people. Oh my God in heaven. Anyway, I said I would stop preaching, but Elohim said I must preach. And that's what I'm doing. They said issues of national importance are being left in the hands of ignorant and illiterate citizens who are bent on setting up the country in flames through negative narratives. They're talking about us. They're talking about me. First of all, Nigeria is not a nation. You people are the ones who are ill-informed because you're not educated. None of you, forget all that rubbish. You're not educated. As I say where I come from, passing 6 is not passing sense. There is something called common sense, which none of you possess. Anybody coming out in the zoo called Nigeria, with the exception of Paya Debanjo and Mbasuluka Mechi, if you're coming out and saying you're an elder this, elder that, I look at you as an idiot. If you're an elder, how come we don't have any running water? You came and went to school. You know everything. I'm asking the stupid Sultan. How come there's no running water in your village where you come from? Are you not using generator? Maybe 10 kVA. 4 generators. You're not ashamed of yourself. Illiteracy. You people are the ones who are illiterate. That is why Ushibaja can accept to be relegated to the background, because he wants to survive. Cowards have no role to play in the corridors of power. Had Ushibaja not been a natural born coward, he would have been the president of Nigeria, because Buhari is dead. You all know that the idiot is dead, buried in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. And you continue to condone idiocy and rubbish, trying to turn the narrative upside down. You're forgetting we are alive. Somebody should go and tell the Sultan of Sokoto and his side chick, Tinubu. All this nonsense you fools are doing was in the past, when there was no means of communication. When you controlled NTA, controlled everybody, as you're still controlling the likes of Punch newspaper today. Yoruba journalism is a disease. Yoruba journalism is a curse. It is a disease. They have no business being in journalism. Journalism is not meant for cowards. You must rise up to write the truth. Look at Delegiwa. He wrote the truth and he spoke the truth. Delegiwa, after him, all this nonsense you have, they are no longer journalists anymore. Anywhere brown envelope goes, they pursue it. These idiots should stop talking rubbish. They are talking about security challenges. Our country is facing. Who brought insecurity into Nigeria? Fulani. They are the ones lecturing us on insecurity, and all of you from the south and middle belt, you sit down and you gobble up this rubbish every day. None of you have the courage to ask them. But excuse me, sir, who brought insecurity into Nigeria? Is it not you? Who started land grabbing? And your cattle destroying people's crops. All the massacres in Jos, in southern Kaduna. Whose fault is it? Maitasina. From one extremist group to another. From one Islamic sect intent on killing people to another. Who brought all these things into the zoo? With your wrong interpretation of the Quran. Do you know that when I was in prison, I used to study the Quran? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? I used to study the Quran. You idiots who think you're smart, but you're not. I want to ask everywhere you go, insecurity in our land. I saw that old fool, that old lying fool, without shame. He removed 10 years from his age. So that he now gave birth to his daughter when he was 9 years old. And all of you animals in Nigeria, all of you baboons in Nigeria, all you monkeys in Nigeria, you get up every day and you swallow whatever nonsense they give you. Look at Tinubu, he's 69. A liar, a cocaine pusher, a drug pusher, certificate forger, investor of Toronto. Is the one you people are eulogizing because you have no morals. Some sections of Yoruba land, they have no morals. No morals, no morals. A man who can get up in the morning and cut his age by 10 years, such a person is not worthy to be spoken about. Not worthy. You elect a criminal like that into, or they read themselves into power and you expect to change. Are you not foolish? Openly goes the mercy. Can't see any end for this one. I must preach this gospel. It's from heaven and I must preach it. As painful as it sounds, I must preach it. So that Miyetti Allah and their grand, who's the grand patron of Miyetti Allah? The same Sultan. The same Sultan. Grand patron to the fourth most deadly terror group in the world. He's coming to lecture us on how to be good. Hey, Bible. I wouldn't say Ekwensu because Ekwensu is not the devil. We must find a name for Ekwensu. Ekwensu is not the devil. But for the purposes of our gospel, so that this generation can understand it, we sometimes use it. But Ekwensu is not the devil or Lucifer. We must find a name for it. We must find a name for it. There is nothing like security challenges in Nigeria. Because the same people that brought the insecurity are the ones telling you to be good. What Fulani means by you people should be good is so you should accept all the nonsense that they are doing. They will kill you and take over your land and you will not talk. Then you're a good Nigerian. Oh dear me. Now listen. There is nothing called insecurity in Nigeria. It is a case of bad government. Why do I say that? Because let us start from the known to the unknown. Rather than even expanding the industrial base of Nigeria, they embarked upon shutting everything down. They kept devaluing the currency that now, from 86 kobo to $1, listen, from 86 kobo to $1, it is now 500 naira to $1. Who caused it? Bad government by Fulani people. But they are blaming all of us. Insecurity. Security. Bring in more air force. Bring in more armor tank. Bring in. You will never hear them say, let us create jobs. Let us build houses. Let us introduce a social welfare package that will benefit everybody. Let us eradicate all these bottlenecks that corruption has created. No, never. It is insecurity. China, come and help us. US, come. UK, come. Insecurity. They think those people are foolish. Do you think that had China treated its people the same way you're treating your so-called foolish Nigerians, that China will be great today for you to be running to them? Chinese government will stand up and say, we want to create 1 million billionaires in the next 10 years. Even the man announcing this very initiative will not benefit from it, because he understands that if it is well with other people, it's also well with me. And that is how Biafra is going to be built. If it is well with your neighbor, it is well with you. And it is something a black man can never understand. And that is why we are poor. And that is why we are victims of racism, and that is why our life is so shambolic and messy as it is today. In Africa, of course, not just in the zoo, but the whole of Africa. This morning I want to let the whole world understand this, because the whole world is listening. There are 3 sets of idiots in Nigeria responsible for the insecurity that we're experiencing. These 3 sets of idiots, they are the ones aiding and abating the murderous Fulani Janjaweed terrorists in this very APC regime that we are being forced to endure. 3 people are indulging them. Without these 3 sets of people, the Fulanis won't exist. And I'll tell you who they are this morning. And I will start with the number 1. The first group, somebody a while back referred to them as the sophisticated morons. Education to knowing everything. But in the main, they are idiotic. Very, very idiotic. Very, very idiotic. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. You must understand what the whole zoo is all about. You must understand what the whole zoo is all about. And that's what we are preaching this very morning. Because they think that, as you see Fulani Janjaweed, they think they are very, very smart. But they are using your stupidity to appear very smart. The first group of people indulging Fulani, the reason why you have insecurity in the zoo called Nigeria, the reason why your life is a misery, the reason why your future and your entire existence has been handed over to the Fulani is because of these sophisticated morons from Yoruba land. You see them writing all the time, their columns, maybe in Punch or Tribune or Vanguard or Sun or Harry Potter's. Sophisticated, as idiotic as ever. They are the first set. And instead, these are the people responsible for bringing the late Buhari into power. You know, it's not that I know, like a Halak Ashawo. Ashawo has no shame. It's not that I know that Nigerians are Ashawo. I'm telling you, they have no shame. Ashawo can hold you in the morning and say, pay me in a roundabout. She doesn't care. As long as you pay her. The same way that Nigerian politicians behave and Nigerians in the men, they behave, they have a harlot mentality, they have no shame. I'm telling you the truth. They have no shame. And I'll tell you why they have no shame. Everybody, even a child born today, understand that the people that is responsible for the misery we are going through are those that brought Buhari into power in 2015. Who are those that brought Buhari into power in 2015? Sophisticated morons from Yoruba land. The same set of idiots. They have no shame. Instead of recoiling in shame and apologizing for imposing the disaster that is the late Buhari or the most foolish set of 200 million people since creation. Instead of apologizing. Instead of Tinubu to go back and say, oh, I'm very sorry. I brought this misery upon all of you. I am so sorry. Without, like, a former cocaine pusher. Somebody that produces cocaine, they have no shame. They can do anything for money and influence. These idiots, they even have their effrontery. Shameless political harlots from Yoruba land. You have the effrontery to be talking about electing the same idiot that brought the late Buhari to power. The same fool. So if he has any ideas to improve your lives, why can't you tell the Kaba that is ruling the zoo to implement it? This is there. That is why I say sometimes that parochialism is a very, 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 very deadly disease. And that is something that Yoruba suffer from. Parochialism. They are blind to the truth. Most of them are. That is why I thank God for this generation of Yoruba agitators. I thank God for them. Sometimes a sophisticated moron, they think they are smart. They think they are very clever. They think they can manipulate the situation because they control the media. We can twist the narrative. But not in this day and age of social media. New age media, you cannot do it anymore. Is this not the same man that brought this unmitigated disaster of a regime, APC, to power? The same idiot who wanted to vote for him. And I'm sure some of you will ignorantly and foolishly campaign for him to become a president of a zoo that won't even exist in 2023. I am telling you the truth. I can't massage it. If you know me, you will know me. I always speak the truth. If I love you, I will even tell you the bitterest truth. If I don't care about you, I will just leave you to wallow in your ignorance. But if I went on to say that Buhari should be elected, even Wole Soyinka, as learned as he is, that saw what Buhari did in 1983, you know that Buhari is a conniving, thieving, sanctimonious bastard. You know that very well. Tinubu still went, even Soyinka. They thought they are spiting the East. Okay, let us fight them. Jonathan, let us fight them. Look at the disaster you brought. I don't expect any Yoruba politician or prominent son or daughter to even come on the public to be speaking. They should be ashamed of themselves. Shame should cover their faces. If they're being honest. But they're not honest. I thank God for Yoruba One Voice. I thank God for the likes of Professor Akintoye, a man amongst men. Professor Akintoye, people agitating for freedom. The Gani Adams of this world, the Igbohos of this world, they must rise up now and take over their space. Can't you see what we did in the East? Can any of these so-called idiotic elders speak? They cannot, because we have such them. We know they are not elders. They are called OKA Sona Danyenaji. They are the type of elders that when you leave them with their granddaughter, they will be molesting her sexually, calling themselves elders. Wicked, evil men hiding under their age to perpetrate evil. Gani Adams, as the Naroko of Yoruba land, must rise up now. Professor, work with Professor Akintoye and Igboho, young and vibrant, to liberate your people. People are quiet, all this thing, Punch newspaper, Tribune, writing, colloquium, selectium, all this rubbish, launching of book, with the same Sultan that killed the daughter of Pafashoranti. Oh dear me. Let me go to the second most deadliest serpent in the zoo. They are the intellectuals from the East. Serpentine and deadly. Equally as deadly as Yoruba sophisticated morons. Writing junk every day. These people are they have no influence. So the only place where an intellectual has an influence is dampening the spirit of his own people. He will never fight for his right. Never. His job is to identify those who are struggling to survive and to make it easier for the Fulani to overrun them. Oh, this thing where we are moving, the Igbo nation, that's where we are moving. Oh, Pora, lies. Ask them, but how do we, when it comes, ask an intellectual, how do we chase away those Fulani Janjaweed from Ozowani? He'll start telling you how to conscientize, how to use education to influence. Okay, rubbish. Talking nonsense. The healthy intellectual in Abuja and in Lagos, every day talking rubbish. Listen there. Sometimes they graduate into politics and they send them to Abuja as a politician in the church Abasa. Like a snake, an Igbo intellectual is as equally as deadly as a Yoruba sophisticated moron. These are the people keeping Fulani in power and making sure that your life is a mystery. You know, I call them the Venus flytrap of the animal kingdom. You know, there's this plant. It eats animals. There's a plant. It opens up its mouth. It secretes something, either some kind of resin or there's some kind of liquid secretion at the bottom. The animals will come, and flies, they think it's very sweet. They will go in to go and take maybe the nectar or whatever secretion that this plant has. You know what the plant will do? It's a fellow plant in the forest. The plant will quietly close. Google it. And eat the animal. But it is pretending, oh, we are all plants. Oh, don't worry, come to me. The way you're pollinating and cross-pollinating, oh, don't worry, come. I'll accept you. They open up and you fall in and you die. They dissolve you in their liquid. And they absorb the nutrients from your body. Exactly an Igbo intellectual. That's what they do. Sometimes they may even come onto Facebook to be writing their junk. You ask them, my dear brother or sister, explain this thing to me in simple English. What are you writing about? They don't even know what they are writing. The worst part of intellectualism is that they don't even understand the junk they are writing. All they are writing is to be noticed by Abuja, so somebody can call them and give them some money. That's all. To the detriment of their own people. Intellectualism in the East. Sophisticated moronism in the West. These are the main backers of Fulani Janjaweedism. They will never rise up to speak the truth and damn the consequences. They secrete their venom, oh dear me, and inject the unsuspecting public with their gibberish, cloaked in what I refer to as indecipherable English, to keep you all ignorant. Poisonous and deadly. You know, intellectual. Poisonous and deadly. Especially if the fool has a house in Lagos, then it's over. They are the type that will come out against NSAS protesters because their brother is a senior special advisor to a local council chairman. You know, brain of a black man. It's our turn. Let's eat. They have sold their soul to the Janjaweed. An Igbo intellectual. He has no conscience whatsoever. They will sacrifice even their grandmother if that means any political advancement. No, they will sell her very easily. If the Fulani say, give me, they will say, come and take is it my village you want? Take the whole thing, even take my compound. Give me 2 by 2 in Abuja. I will take a chieftaincy title. I will now be traveling with escort. Intellectual. And the third, and perhaps the most hopelessly fools in the zoo encouraging the Fulani are those that are under the burden in the Middle Belt. People of the Middle Belt, for decades, they've been fed a diet of hatred for Igbos and Biafrans. That's the only way the Fulani kept them. You know, being black people, you know, we always gravitate where we can hate people without any reason. For many years, for decades, Igbo man is the problem. Do not support Biafra. They will do this, they will do that. Now, their land has been taken over. They have renamed some places in Benue State to Fulani names. Decades of being fed on a diet of hatred for the Igbos and Biafra. That is why now they are being slaughtered apart from Governor Tom, they cannot speak. Because the same level of hatred they were groomed to heap on Biafrans, Igbos in particular, of course, we are all Biafrans and we are all Igbo people, is what they are now experiencing at the hands of the Janjaweed. They can no longer talk. They are being swallowed alive every day. Only Otto will come out and shout once in a while and that's it. Papa. They will kill them more. He will come out, he will give a press statement, they will come out again, they will kill them. Sultan will not talk about it. Sultan can go to Lagos and be talking rubbish about religion and education and enlightenment, other rubbish. Sultan will never comment about Fulani people taking over indigenous lands in Benue and killing them. Nobody is talking about Benue people leaving their homes and living in refugee camps. Nobody. Sultan won't. Because they are his people doing the slaughtering and the killing. They are all part and parcel of the agenda to Islamize. That was why they came to my house to kill me. Killed 28 of my men. My parents are dead. My dog is dead. Jap. Somebody, thank you very much, my dear brother. What's his name again? Sunside. Sunside, yes, he wrote on Instagram. The third set is from the Middle Belt, dining at the table of hatred for Igbo man. For many years, they were fed the same garbage. That somehow hard work and God's blessing merits hatred, like the Jews all over the world. They hated us. Now, the people that taught them how to hate are now hating them. They have nowhere to run to. Let's say it go now. They have nowhere to run to. Nowhere to run to. Now they understand the pain and the misery of being lied against. Those three groups are the ones holding your zoo called Nigeria together. And the funniest thing is that they think they are learned. That is what I find baffling. They actually think they're intelligent, these sets of idiots. Anyway, don't worry, when the Janjaweed come. I think there's a new group now coming from Libya. They are coming from Libya now, from the wars ravaging Libya. They are coming, courtesy of Obama. The most useless black man that God ever made is Barack Obama. We shall get to that later. Fulani, Daily Post. Daily Posting, I don't know if it's in Kaduna or in Canada, I don't know where the publication is. All these Fulani people. I don't know where they got a video from. They said it's a viral video of 19 headers killed in Anambra. And let me reiterate, if I find you in the forest of Biafra land, you will die. So leave acres of columns in your newspaper to report what is going to happen. You can use your intimidation with other people and it will work, not with us. Go and ask those in Asarok how stubborn I am. Maybe Daily Trust or Daily whatever rubbish they call them, or Premium Times, they have no idea how stubborn we are. Go to Asarok and ask them about Nnamdi Kanu and how stubborn he is, and they will tell you. If I find you in the forest of Biafra land, you will die. If you want to do business, you go to the township. Bring your cattle in a trailer. Park it somewhere. People can go and cut the feed for you in the bush and bring it. Did you see what I don't know if it's Ekiti or Ondo or Ogun State, the governor that imported pregnant cows from America. The cow is in a very beautiful shed. They bring food to the cow. They are milking it. Because they listen to my program here, and I said to them, shame on all of you that the pig milk you're drinking in Nigeria comes from Holland. They claim they don't listen to us. They claim we are ill-informed. We are an ignorant. They listen to me and they go and do what I ask them to do. A governor in Yoruba land went and imported pregnant cows from America. With milk. So they can be producing milk because they listen to me. They listen to Radio Biafra. They know that this is a citadel. Here you gain knowledge. If you eat on aluminum, if you come here, you will be able to absorb knowledge. I said to them, show me. That is what Mietela ought to be doing. Go and set up milk processing factories in the north. You can be shipping milk to the whole of Africa and make money. rather than looking for who to cut off his head. You will think, like, well, will allow that rubbish in my land? Is that what you're thinking? We are not Igbo governors, so we are IPOB and owners of Eastern Security Network. You come to our land and you will die there. So prepare to write more about it. And of course, it's all the false narrative that you think that now is like before. We can come and we can kill them, slaughter them. There'll be a program. We are waiting. Let me tell you, those of Biafrans living in the north, they're like a sacrificial lamb. We have sacrificed them to you people. Do to them as you wish. If you come to our land, we will kill you. You see, you will come with the backing of the army and the police. We know that that's how you work. The army will first of all come, harass everybody, whereas their foot soldiers are advancing on the ground. That's what they do. So while Yoruba compromised media are busy writing about, oh, but it's under siege, and their main army is on the ground marching. And I ask every Yoruba journalist in Nigeria, every Yoruba sophisticated moron in Nigeria, go to your forest. Shoyinka cannot go into his own forest in his backyard. He's afraid. That is the future that awaits all of you liars and deceivers. You think you can keep deceiving people? No, you cannot. You cannot keep deceiving people. Now, one of those that they told Igbo man is your problem, oh, to try and do something. Let us hear from him. I want to ask myself this question. Why is it that this Sultan, why would we, so please, Yoruba, tell me why you fall for Fulani all the time. Is it because of religion? Tell me why you fall for Fulani all the time when they come to you. Is it because you're afraid of them? Or what? Okay, so I now understand. Most of you are Muslims, and rightfully so. And your spiritual leader is a terrorist in the Sultan of Sokoto, by virtue of his association with Miyetti Allah. He is the grand patron of Miyetti Allah, fourth most deadly terrorist group in the world. So Yoruba people, forever and ever, you will take orders from a Fulani man. Shame is a very big shame. The land of Awolowo, a very big shame, I'm telling you the truth. A warrior race. Yoruba people are a warrior race. From Ile-Ife, a warrior race. You extend from Edo State all the way to Togo. All the way to Togo. You have everything it takes to be a great nation in Africa. If not the greatest. A great nation in terms of size, language, heritage, culture. And you abandoned all of that. And you're taking orders from a smelly, stinking Janjaweed from Sokoto. Shame, a very big shame, I'm telling you. Your ancestors must be turning in their graves. I'm telling you the truth. Let us hear from somebody from there. I'm preaching this morning, please. I'm preaching the gospel of heaven. And you know it to be the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. They understand it very well, that this very truth that we preach must prevail. It must prevail. Let us hear from Governor Autumn. One of those they convinced that Igbo man is your problem. Let's fight Biafra. Let's stop this agitation. And sometimes he will say, hey, let's stop this agitation. I want Nigeria to be one. As long as Nigeria remains one, Fulani will take you over. As long as Nigeria remains one, you are under the mercy and rulership of the Janjaweed Caliphate. Take that from me. Let us hear from him what he has to say.
That And it is not about all this noise in this country. It is about taking over the land. And I will read this.
Taking over the land.
You appreciate what I'm talking about.
This is a middle belt man, middle belt.
This is a summary of deliberation by Fulani Nationality Movement, January 13th, 2018, January. 2018.
Listen.
14th January 2018.
This is a governor speaking. A governor speaking.
And they issued this press statement. Listen to it very well. The Fulani Nationality Movement, after extensive deliberation on the state of the nation in the context of recent killings and national uproar made today in Kano, the capital of Kano State, amongst other things, the FUNAM deliberated on attacks on cattle by rustlers, kidnap of Fulani men and women in some parts of Nigeria, displacement of Fulani traditional settlements in the northern Nigeria and some parts of southern Nigeria, stealing of properties belonging to the Fulani cattle owners, amongst other issues. The group also deliberated on the political.
This is Fulani Nationality Movement. No longer Hausa Fulani Nationality Movement. To tell you how they think they are clever. And all of you that, I mean, that is why I keep saying, Hausa, remove yourself from Fulani. When they want to kill, when they want to strike, when they want to commit the atrocities, it's now Fulani Nationality Movement. That movement wants to take over your land. I want those Yoruba sophisticated morons to understand what we are saying. Those Yoruba sophisticated idiots understand this. Fulani will take your land. They will take it from you. They will take it from you. The only way out is freedom for all. This is a man that they claimed before. He's a Igbo man, he's a Biafra. Listen, the bulk of the infantry that fought on the side of the Fulani during the war came from the Middle Belt. Today, the same masters they served are the ones decimating them. Facebook have shut down my broadcast. They cannot take the heat anymore. They can't take it anymore. Of course, you can go to Instagram or you go to Twitter. Any of those places where they are live and direct. Or you go to Mazenam. So it's everywhere if you want to watch it. People are hosting watch parties so you can watch it. Not necessarily on my page. Let us listen to what he has to say. He's Governor Autumn. These are the people that are castigating Igbo people, castigating Biafra, saying the agitation shouldn't work. Now, the enemy is on the doorstep. It is now Fulani national. But where I want to ask people, maybe those on Instagram, where are Hausa people? Are they still in Nigeria? Have they moved from Nigeria? Has anyone seen any Hausa person recently? I mean, I want to ask, I'm not in a bad way, I just want to know, has anyone seen Hausa people recently? Because I don't know. Has anyone seen Hausa people recently? All I'm hearing is Fulani everywhere. You see what they did to Hausa? Complete emasculation. Destruction of their way of life. Destruction. The Queen is saying no, they will have not. Have you seen Hausa anywhere? The answer is no. Nobody has seen Hausa people anymore. They are finished. They are behaving exactly the same way those intellectuals in the East and the sophisticated morons of the West are behaving. The same way they behaved in the past. Today, nobody is talking about Hausa anymore. Hausa, they are finished, they are gone. When I look back with nostalgia, some of them history, when I read about Hausa people, one of the most advanced civilizations in the whole world at their time, Hausa people manufactured a gun before the white man did so. Do you know that? Musket. Do you know that Hausa people had a gun before Britain managed to make one for themselves? Are you aware of this? No, you're not, because some of you don't study history. Hausa people abandoned that rich heritage. Child, so sad. Now, people that drive cattle from place to place, you see an average Hausa person is technologically advanced. Do you know that? Do you know that before? No, you never knew. Why do you think that Flora Shaw fell in love with Hausa people? not Fulani, with Hausa. They went to Hausa land, the boyfriend, Lugard, then took her to Hausa land. And the Hausa people, their soldiers showed her a gun, their musket. The father of Flora Shaw was a soldier. She marveled at the ingenuity and craftsmanship that went into the making of a Hausa den gun. She marveled and she wrote about it. There's some of you don't know these things. Today, Hausa is no more. One day, Yoruba will be no more. One day, there will be no Yoruba nation. Their intellectuals will destroy them. Their own version, their sophisticated morons will destroy them. One Nigeria. Nigeria for what? I keep asking, show me one thing that Nigeria has done for you. One thing. Anyway, it allows them to steal money without accountability. All the governors in the north are Fulani. Let us listen to what he has to say.
And after extensive deliberation, we hereby make the following declaration.
Fulani people, Fulani.
The killings in Benue State of the thief is well deserved.
Are you listening to that? Miyet Yala, the same Funam, the same Sultan. Telling you about nation insecurity. The same Sultan is the patron of the people that issued a public statement saying that the killing of TV people in Benue is deserved. DSS never invited them. DSS never invited them to come. Funam. And that is why the TV nation must rise up and join us. We must all come together, all of us from the south. We must all come together and do it now. There has to be uprising everywhere. Destroy every police station, destroy every army barracks, because they are the ones giving cover to terrorists to invade. I say this live on air. So that any day we go to court, anywhere in the world, the judge or the prosecutor will ask me, but on the 30th of April, you made an insightful statement on air. You said that the police station should be destroyed. And I will look at the idiot in the eye and will say, yes, I said it. Because they are the ones riding shotgun for the terrorists. The army and police will occupy you as they did in Benue State, and the Fulani Janjaweed will creep in to outflank you. So that is why we need to, because without army and police, there will be no Fulani Janjaweed. Let me tell you the simple secret. Anywhere there is no police, there is no army, Fulani can never attack that place. They will never attack it. Do you know that? Anywhere there is no army presence, no police presence, Fulani can never mount a raid that in that very village. That's how it works. So if you want to be free, remove Nigerian army, remove Nigerian police, believe you me, you are free. People say, but bandits will be roaming. I say, no. It is impossible. Impossible. Power will then belong to the people to decide. But if you allow yourself to be deceived by Yoruba intellectuals writing for Punch newspaper and all these idiots, that's entirely up to you. But Yoruba, your land will be gone. Go to your forest now. Is it writing junk from Lagos or Abuja, writing rubbish about our nation? Enter the nearest Yoruba bush, give way. They will kill you there. Your land is gone. And you are busy talking about one Nigeria. One Nigeria Let's listen to Governor. He's from Benue. They hate Igbo. TV hate Igbo, man. They hate Biafra. They told them to hate. Now they are the ones who are being hated. If you want to be free, destroy every police station around you. Destroy every army barracks around you. Believe you me, Fulani can never come. Because there will be nobody to back them up. Anywhere you have army, you have the police. From southern Kaduna up onto Benue, into Ibariam. Anywhere you have police presence, there will be Fulani terrorist activities nearby, because all of them are one. It's planned. Tell me why the Sultan will go to Lagos to be talking rubbish. He never spoke about what his own Fulani people are doing to others in the zoo. To tell you that they're all part and parcel of it. Anywhere there is no police station, there is no army barracks, Fulani will never attack you. I'm telling the truth. They will never attack you.
It was a revenge. It It was a revenge attack on series of onslaught on the Fulani, which most parodious on November 17, 2017, and when 30 Fulani men and women were killed in Nasarawa State. We noticed the recalcitrant culture of the Tiv people.
They are insulting the Tiv nation. The governor of Benue is Autumn. This is Samuel Autumn, is that correct? He's a Tiv man. The Fulani people are insulting Tiv culture. The head of Fulani people, the Sultan of Sokoto, went to Lagos and trying to deceive Yoruba people. And they are there clapping for him. Yes, he speaks. It's illiteracy. It's a lot of information. Whereas all of them there are the illiterates. Biafra is coming. No bagger can stop it or we all die. They don't understand that very well. And I said to them before, let me repeat. We have not gone into the phase of Boko Haram yet. No, not yet. If you force us to get there, for one suicide bomber from Boko Haram, we'll give you 10. That stage is coming. If they continue to push us. If you think you can conquer us and take over our land as you have taken over Yoruba land, you are dreaming. Yoruba can allow you to do all rubbish with them, do all that nonsense. Because Otedola is a billionaire, depends on free oil from Biafra land. All their billionaires, they depend on oil from Biafra land, all that rubbish. That's your business. Fulani will swallow you.